Am I the asshole for leaving my fiancé? After he hid my late husband's wedding ring, I39F was married to my childhood sweetheart. We got married when we were 22, and he passed away when I was 27. I didn't date anyone for years, until 2 years ago when I met my now ex-fiancé, 41M, whom I'll call Henry. From the very beginning, I was clear with him. I told him about my late husband and explained that his family is still my family. I visit his grave 3 to 4 times a month to clean it and leave flowers. Henry said he understood, and even after we got engaged he insisted on coming with me to the cemetery to pay his respects. I continued wearing my wedding ring until Henry proposed, and to be honest, I wasn't ready to let go of it. When Henry proposed, ik nou primera, YSNA, ready to take it off completely. I talked about this with his mother, my future mother, and very gently she gave me a gold necklace and suggested I put the ring on it. I felt relieved. When I got home wearing the necklace, Henry immediately noticed that I was only wearing his engagement ring. He smiled and said, "Did you finally decide to get rid of the other one?" Primera repli. "De of course not." I showed him the necklace. His expression changed for just a second, but then he let it go. So did he. 2 weeks later, I took the necklace off before showering and left it on my nightstand. When I came out, Henry wasn't home. I assumed he had gone for a walk. I went to sleep. The next morning, the necklace was gone. Primera panic. I cried, trashed the entire apartment, checked the trash, and called Henry over and over again. He didn't answer. When he finally came back, he found me completely broken. He helped me look for it, made me some tea, hugged me, and told me that I had probably put it somewhere myself and just didn't remember. That comment stayed with me. A few days later, his mom called and asked if she could come see me. When she arrived, after some small talk, she lowered her voice and said, "I came to return something to you, but you can't tell Henry." She pulled my ring out of her purse. I started crying. She comforted me and explained that Henry had gone to her house a few days earlier and asked her to hold on to something because it was a surprise. She agreed and told him to put it in her drawer with her things. When she came across it by accident, she immediately recognized the ring and knew something wasn't right. But then she said something I wasn't expecting. When I asked him why he brought it, he told me you were ready to let go of the past, but that you just needed a little push. Everything suddenly made sense. He didn't want to destroy the ring. He didn't want to sell it. He wanted to decide for me when I should move on. I started remembering small things I hadn't noticed before. Comments like, "Don't you think it's time you visit the cemetery less?" Or, "Sometimes I feel like I'm competing with a ghost." Or, "When we get married, all of that will be behind us." Right? I realized this wouldn't stop with the ring. Today, it was that. Tomorrow, it would be the photos. Then the cemetery visits, then my late husband's family. So, I didn't think twice. I packed my things, left his engagement ring on the table, and went to my mom's house in another city. I blocked him everywhere. I didn't leave a note, no explanation. Since then, Henry has been calling everyone, saying it was just a misunderstanding and that he only wanted to help me heal. My friends, who don't know what he did, keep insisting that I'm overreacting and should talk to him.